Sastape Tubesters, it's R4 song The Bougie Mystic, and I am finally doing my VR from uh, Under the Veil of Marigolds. I remember her as One Fit Bruja, so I still have to like remind myself of her new but not so new name. She tagged me in this halfway to Halloween tag. Can you tell it's been long since I've done a video? And I almost forgot about it. To be honest, I forgot how. I forgot what how it got reminded, but I want to get this done and uploaded before the solstice gets here, and then it's like we're obviously over halfway. Um, but without further ado, I'm going to answer these questions as best I can, and then I'm going to tag. I did actually find two people that were not already tagged. Well, that weren't already tagged from her who tagged me, and that weren't tagged in the oh blessed be, what's her channel's name? Moon Essence, I think. I'm so sorry if that's wrong. Anyway, let's get to the questions. So the first one is, oh, and if you're interested in doing the tag and I haven't tagged you and you haven't been tagged, feel free to do it. This isn't some cop-out. These are really fun. These are great ways to engage with the community and have your channel be found and like maybe meet some friends or whatever like that. So definitely take advantage of this even if you haven't been tagged. I am personally tagging you in advance. And you can screenshot or copy the questions in the description box because I'll be putting them there as well. Are you a fan of haunted houses? I am actually a fan. I'm holding my phone, so you might see some shakeage. I am a fan of like legitimate haunted houses. I can't say that I've been to one per se, but I personally think I've been to one because there was definitely a spirit in there, and it was an abandoned house. But as of like local folklore, this is the haunted house, and visiting it, no, I haven't personally experienced that. I've never done any of those haunted house, like, scare you, I don't even know what the fuck they're called. Scare you theme parks? I don't know. I've never done those. I've never really had much of an interest to do those. I'm not really into, which is kind of weird for me doing this tag, but I'm actually not really into Halloween. I'm not into Halloween, and the whole, like, you know, scare you and, like, dress up and everything like that. I'm more into Samhain. When I was younger, I was more into Halloween, but I just, the way that it, when I turned 13, I wasn't able to, that was my last Halloween. And it just didn't end very well, so it kind of just put a bad taste in my mouth. And I guess I'm still bitter about it, because I refuse to really celebrate Halloween. But anyway, next question. Favorite ghost story in haunted lore? I'm really bad about that. Like, I hate to say it, but it's like off the top of the dome. I don't remember any haunted stories or haunted lore. I don't know what I did with this book. Oh, I think it's right here. I did enjoy these Spooky Georgia Tales of Hauntings, Strange Happenings, and Other Local Lore. I got this at the Mountain Shop. It's actually called Mountain Crossings, but I just would always call it the Mountain Shop. There was two in here, and I really liked them, and now I don't remember what they're called. On the spot. None of those are what I'm looking for. Of course, it's too difficult to find immediately. Oh, there's Haint Hollow from Gainesville. I remember looking at two of them because I wanted to move to Gainesville. And then there was the Chattahoochee National Forest. I really loved the Nanahi. I think is how you say it. Um, those are, it's actually indigenous folklore. It's Cherokee, I believe, if my memory is serving me correctly. They are basically like, I think it translates to immortal ones. So like that was a really beautiful story. And I also really liked Haint Hollow. I don't fully remember it because I've only read them once. But yeah, really loved this. When I read all of it, I'll give a book review on this. And then, oh, I can't reach that one, but I do have a classic Tales of Horror compilation. I hope I'm still in frame. Um, but as of like, oh, and I've also been like, let me make sure it's not a question. Nope. Okay. I've also been really enjoying, I believe it's a 90s television series. It's called Are You Afraid of the Dark? I've really been enjoying watching those. I think it's, I was going to say Hulu. Nope, it's on Prime. So if you have Prime, it's free. Just watch it, and it's really funny. It's like, it's it's a bunch of children. They're called the Midnight Society. They tell these spooky camp stories. Um, so it's like, and it's from the 90s. So like, they're not really scary or even spooky or even thrilling sometimes. But it's still very like dark and I don't, well, not dark, but like they tell it at nighttime, right? They have a little campfire. It's still a good show. I would recommend watching. It's like one of those that you watch just to like watch something. Anyway, moving on. Halloween decor hunting. Oh yeah, do you plan on going Halloween decor hunting? No, not really. Like I said, I don't really decorate for Halloween. I did last year. I attempted to do like a vintage Halloween. I used some like paper clip streamers with some like uh, traditional vintage Halloween colors like the black and the orange and gold, like some antique brass gold. And I had some other stuff. It wasn't really as much as I wanted it to be. Kind of bummed out. I might try again this year. I don't know. But all that wouldn't really be like anywhere in stores for like Halloween decor hunting. What I might consider doing is going to Michael's again for like Halloween sales. And if I can pick up and find the Nordic wear, like the skull, I don't even know what they're called, but like the bakeware that has the shape of the skulls, I think I might do some of that, or like any of the other like Halloween Nordic wear bakeware. I might pick that up. I know that's not really decor, but I've always wanted it because I really want to make. I think I saw this on Ghoulia Child. She made these like hot pockets, but they were like skull shaped. I want to make those. Next question. Candy corn. Do you like candy corn? Yay or nay? I'm a yay. I've always loved candy corn. I actually love the harvest corn more than the candy corn. It has that, it's just got a little bit of flavor because the bottom is a chocolate, but it's like a subtle chocolate. It's really, really good. And I'm so devastated because I just found out from her video that it has gelatin in it. So I am not even supposed to be eating it. I think I'm just gonna have to do the whole not strict diet because it's just hard, you know? It's hard to do, like, I can do the purchasing and I can do the no beef, no oxtail and stuff like that. For those who don't know, that's part of my family's tradition. But, and I might even do, like, the no, white sugar because that's sifted through, bone char, which is obviously usually beef bones. But this no gelatin, oh, that one's hard. I love Jello. I miss Jello. Um, I love gummies. I love candy corn and all marshmallows. all of this shit has fucking gelatin in it. And you can definitely get them, but it's like, it's more of a hassle and it sometimes costs more money. And I'd rather spend my money on witchy stuff, especially since I've started Red Thread Academy. And then there's a whole shit ton of books and stuff that I want to get. So, moving on to the next question. Are you into costumes and dressing up? If so, what's your favorite costume? I was when I was younger, like I said, but I haven't dressed up other than this past Halloween where we did like an office thing and I dressed up as the Brownie Man. Other than that, I haven't really dressed up since I was 13 and I haven't really had interest in it. Excuse me. And as for a favorite costume, I never really had a favorite costume. Because I don't know. I don't know. I loved Halloween as a child, but I always struggled trying to figure out what it was going to be. So I did a lot of repeat costumes where I was like a vampire repeatedly most of my life. I'd say maybe almost half of my life I was a vampire. It just seemed easy, honestly. There is one costume that I want to do. I want to do like this, like sexy Papa Smurf costume, but I need to get my body right for that. And I also need to find like a scene and a party to go to, because like, how you gonna look sexy and then not do anything? You know what I'm saying? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. What activity or experience is on your spooky bucket list? Oh, you know what? I feel like I had some. Well, I guess that's kind of one thing, the sexy Smurf, Papa Smurf costume. But, ooh, what I want to do is go to the Proctor Valley area and see if I can have an experience with the cryptid over there. You may have heard me refer to him as Papitoro. It's supposed to be this like bowl cryptid that's supposed to be over there, and it's like relatively local. There's I think one relatively local also of a hanging tree. I would like to go there. I would ideally like to go there on October 13th, because that's Witches Day. That's something I've done in my own practice aside from the Bohemian tradition. And I'd like to do that. Maybe I'll film it if I can. How do you spend Halloween night? I spend it doing Samhain things, usually cooking. I'm usually doing 3-day like cook feast stuff, so yeah, that's pretty much it. What does Halloween mean to you? To me, Halloween is more of like a childhood nostalgia thing. It's more of a normies holiday. I know it technically has origins outside of Christianity and with like magic and paganism and all that. But to me, I feel like Samhain's really kind of taken over for that. Even All Souls Day seems a little more interesting and magical than Halloween, but that's just my personal opinion. So, with that, those are the questions. I hope I answered all of them. I thought there was some more of them. If I didn't, I'm sorry. I tried to write these down really quick. I didn't even, like, write the question out all the way. I just, like, shorthanded and abbreviated stuff. Anyway, the people I am tagging is Abby and Von Von from Abby the Witch and the Voniness. Please do the videos. I wanted to tag people that, you know, are relatively active on YouTube, like to post videos and stuff like that. There were other people that I had in mind that I wanted to tag, but they haven't made videos in a long time. So, but if you're interested and you want to do like a comeback, let this be your comeback. And I hope if you do, just at me in the title of your video, so that way I'll get tagged. I think you can also maybe at me in a comment or at me in the description box. Definitely in the title. If you do that, I'll like think I get notified or emailed or something. I don't know, something happens. And then I'll be able to look at it. So, as always, thank you for watching. Abundant and eternal blessings. Mwah.